I'm not going to sit here and lie to you right now and say that I'm not absolutely paranoid when I travel that I'm going to smell because, like, hear me out. You're traveling. For me at least, I have to drive over an hour to the airport. Then you have to walk through the whole airport. You have to go through TSA and security, all that kind of stuff. Then I have to get on like a people mover around a bunch of people inside it over to the actual gates. And then you're around the people at the gates. Then you're in the airplane on the seats next. There's a lot of ways that people are going to like push their odors onto me. And like, honestly, that's what I'm afraid of. So when I travel, I always make sure I have fragrance with me, of course. So I wanted to show you my top 5 fragrances that I travel with. Now, another thing about me is I'm very paranoid when it comes to traveling with fragrances because I'm afraid they're going to get stolen or they're going to get broken. So I try my best not to take my more higher end expensive fragrances because I would be so upset if one of my like favorite YSL fragrances got destroyed or one of my nearly $200 Marseille fragrances got destroyed or stolen. But we're going to start with YSL Black Opium over Red. So to clarify, I know I just said YSL. This is a tiny bottle. So this isn't one of those like multi-$100 bottles. So this one I feel okay taking with me. So the top notes in this are going to be a mandarin and juicy cherry accord. Oh, delicious. Your middle notes are going to be orange blossom and jasmine. And your base notes are going to be coffee, patchouli, and vanilla. So Black Opium over Red really brings you that like beautiful, decadent coffee vanilla base that you're used to from the original Black Opium Le Parfum, but it adds like a juicy, sweet twist to it. Overall, it's addictive, it's seductive, it's beautiful, and I think it's a beautiful take. Now, sometimes I've heard people say that it smells like that cherry cough syrup. I don't get that at all. At all. I just really smell like the original Black Opium with just a cherry twist to it and a little bit of a floral. I think it's stunning. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's gorgeous. If you can get your hands on this, I'd recommend. Next up, we have Passion from Eternal Fragrances. So the top notes in this are going to be just really fruity notes. They're going to be usually like berry or kind of like citrus scented notes more than anything. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is definitely a very like stereotypical feminine fragrance, but it's so stunning. This is basically what I would consider like a classic fruity floral fragrance with a beautiful kind of seductive musky dry down. This is a fragrance that I would consider pretty mass appealing and a rather safe fragrance. So if you're wanting to try something that's on a more affordable, price point, this would be that. Eternal Fragrances has a lot of fragrances, and I don't think it's all of them, but like the majority of their fragrances are dupes of other fragrances. So keep that in mind. Next up is a fragrance that I don't hear enough people talking about. This is Caramel Cascade from Paris Corner. This is sexy gourmand deliciousness in a bottle. Your top notes are going to be caramel and sugar. Your middle notes are going to be, oh my God, so delicious, vanilla and more of like a milky accord. Your base notes are going to be tonka bean and amber. This is basically straight up dessert in a bottle. This is confectionery. It's absolutely gourmand. This is rich. It's buttery. It's creamy and decadent, especially because of that caramel. This is also a fragrance that I would consider very mass appealing and very safe if you're wanting that vanilla gourmand, milky kind of fragrance without it being too much, because there's definitely some that is way too much. This is not that. I feel like this is the perfect balance of you could definitely smell it. It's apparent. It wears well throughout the day, but it's not overwhelming, but it's also not underplayed either. Also, fun fact, this pairs very, very well with Black Opium over Red, if I do say so myself. Next up is something very different than the first 3 I showed you. So this is called Alicia. This is from Inache Parfums. This quickly became one of my favorite fragrances in my collection over this last year. Like if you've seen any of my videos, you would know that one of my favorite scent profiles is that really bright, citrusy, fresh cologne vibe kind of fragrance. Oh my God, and this is that. I don't think I have anything on today, so we're just gonna throw this on right now. It is so beautiful. I probably have, I can't see the bottle. I probably have about like right there. Like I've used about that much up. Yeah, like right there. Like almost half of it, I would say. But it is so beautiful. This is especially nice when I'm, going out and about throughout the day and I have a lot of meetings or whatever when I'm traveling, like, because usually that's why I travel. And because you just smell fresh and clean and bright. The top notes are basically going to give you a combination of fresh fruits and light citrus. The middle notes are going to be your white florals and some slight creamy notes. And your base notes are going to be vanilla, soft woods, and musk. This is really just a smooth, bright, airy kind of fragrance. It has a very smooth finish to it. It's not aggressive or invasive. It's not like overwhelming or anything like that. It lasts a very long time, and I love a lot of my fragrances. Almost all my fragrances, I think, smell amazing on their own, but I really, really love the concept of layering fragrances because you can have so much fun and create all these really fun fragrance combinations. This is one that I pair with a lot of my other like stereotypical like masculine fragrances, anything that gives that kind of cologne aftershave vibe. This works with them so well. This also works really, really well with fruity fragrances. So anything that I have like Sinful from Okja, which is like a Tom Ford's Lost Cherry dupe. Like it pairs really, really well together with that. I love pairing this with Strawberry Sensation from Okja and Paul Reacts. Beautiful. All right, number 5 is going to be Midnight Cafe by Finery. Now this fragrance, when it came out, caused a lot of conversation, if you will, because a lot of people were claiming it was going to smell like a 1-to-1 to YSL Black Opium Le Parfum. It doesn't. It doesn't, but I get where they're going with it, and that's probably why I love it so much. I did enjoy this the first time I smelled it, but I was just really hyper-focused on comparing it to Black Opium. But as I continued wearing it after that, I was just like, yo, this is definitely a little bit different, but I get, like I said, where they were inspired, if you will. And it's beautiful, but again, it's like Black Opium adjacent, so it's beautiful in its own right for sure. The top note is going to be that beautiful, rich coffee accord. The middle notes are going to be vanilla and those soft florals to kind of balance it out. And the base notes are going to be that musk and amber. This is warm, it's creamy, it's slightly sweet, it's very, very wearable. Think like you're sitting in a Starbucks reading a book all day long, but you didn't pay for that book, you just paid for the coffee, and you're reading the book while you're drinking the coffee because you don't want to pay for the book and you want it for free. That's that vibe. That's you. You're that person? If you're that person, this is what you're wearing. Again, since we were just kind of talking about fragrance layering and pairing a minute ago, this with Passion, 10 out of 10. This with Caramel Cascade, 10 out of 10. And also this with Black Opium Over Red, 10 out of 10. Even though I have a little bit of that Alicia on today, we're going to add a little bit of Midnight Cafe in because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now, don't get me wrong. The fragrances I take with me to travel definitely changes from time to time, but these are the 5 that I routinely grab the most. Now, I know there's going to be some that ask, like,
well, what other ones would you take?
Like, I can make another whole video, like a part 2, but off the top of my head, 2 other ones that I routinely find myself taking with me when I travel is going to be Sinful from Okja, which I kind of talked about a little bit earlier. It's that Tom Ford Lost Cherry dupe. It's absolutely stunning. It's like 95% a dupe. It's really, really beautiful. And then also That Girl Viral Vanilla from Paul Reacts and Okja. It is still, to this day, I say it every single time I talk about it, my absolute, hands down, favorite vanilla fragrance. So beautiful, wouldn't change a thing about it. I would love to know in the comments what your favorite travel fragrances are. Do you risk it all and take your luxury, high-end, expensive fragrances with you because you want to smell fancy? Or you play it like I do, which is a little bit more on the safer side, and take your more affordable fragrances that's, you're not going to be super upset with if you lose it or it gets stolen. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to click that big red subscribe button so you can join my YouTube family. Make sure to turn on my video notifications because it really helps. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.